Howdy, thanks for watching, guys. Today I've got to bring up an issue that really bothers me. In trying to collect these signatures, I've run into so many people who are afraid to sign this signature because they fear judgment by somebody else in the community. Alright, let me explain this petition first. This petition simply brings to the ballot the option to vote. That's to vote for or against industrial hemp and tightly regulated medical prescription cannabis. Now, I've heard people make claims that this is an end run to recreation, and that's silly. If somebody wants a recreation bill, they will have to hire the lawyers to write the bill. They'll have to get it approved by the state. They'll have to organize a group willing to circulate the petitions. They'll have to circulate the petitions. They'll have to gather enough signatures to get it onto the ballot, and then they'll have to get enough people to vote for it in this state that it can pass. Even starting this initiative or that process is a couple of years away. So to think that what we're doing is somehow an end run using medical cannabis to get recreational is just, they're not even connected other than that it involves the same species of plant. And the only way that I can imagine it actually leading to recreational is that, like in other states, when they have legalized medical cannabis, the residents see that it's not that big of a deal. And so if somebody then brings up the notion of recreation, they're probably more likely to say, yeah, if it is willing, or if it's capable of working for this guy that's on his deathbed, why can't it also help somebody that's also healthy? I mean, I don't know. But anyway, so people have been scared about being judged for this, and this isn't even in support of this political stance that medical cannabis should be available. This is in support of the notion that we as a population in Wyoming should be capable of participating in the democratic process and voting on this issue. It's a serious issue to some of us, enough so that we're willing to get out into the communities and try to reach out to you folks and try to change this law because it changes our lives. And so if you're one in that group who is judging us, willing to negatively impact our lives because we are willing to sign a petition to allow us all to make a choice on how we live in this state, that's incredibly close-minded. You don't have to support it. You should still sign the petition, then vote no. Stick it in our faces in 2016. If you think that's the way it is. But if you believe in democracy, then you should believe that the 72% of people in this state that support medical cannabis should get what they want. And they should at least get the chance to vote on it. And if in fact that percentage isn't there, if it's low enough that we can't get the supermajority, then this goes away and you've lost nothing. But to not sign out of fear or to cause fear in another individual because of your extreme judgmentalism toward individuals who support this, man, that lets me down. Good person shouldn't do that. None of the good people I know. It's just not right. I can disagree. I can disagree with people who are close to me over this. And they're not going to condemn me. They're not going to try to make my life worse, fire me, disincline my business. If you're an individual willing to do that, you need to seriously re-examine your judgmentalism. And if you're an individual who is too afraid of those sorts of people, please reconsider standing for what's right. It may cost you. Standing for right often does. I can think of examples. But that doesn't mean that it shouldn't be done. So In this case, standing for right means standing for access for patients whose lives can be made better by a God-given herb. People who don't want to be shackled by the pharmacy and the only options being expensive drugs that cause negative side effects. This doesn't have to be for you. You don't have to vote for it. You don't have to use it. But you darn sure shouldn't cause our lives to be worse by denying us access to better health. So, please consider. Please get registered. Please sign this petition. We've got to get it on the ballot, and then please vote for it. Thanks. Have a nice day.